Have you reached a plateau in your weight loss journey? If so, we're going to be talking about stalls today, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, it's Jen. Welcome to Topic Tuesday, and today we are talking about stalls. So, we all have them at some point or another, and even though we know it's coming, we kind of freak out sometimes when that happens. The first thing you need to get a grasp on is that it happens to everyone, alright? So try not to completely stress out, but let's discuss some of the reasons it does happen and what you can do about it. So you've started your weight loss journey, things are going along, and then suddenly the scale stops moving. Okay. Number one, I really want to encourage you not to get on the scale on a daily basis. I know we're all a little bit different, but your weight is in constant fluctuation, and when you hit the scale every single day, sometimes it can be really discouraging. There are so many things that affect our overall weight, and I really think that you just get a better picture if you weigh in like once a week, pick a specific day, a specific time of the day, and weigh in once a week at that same time, and it's going to give you a better overall picture. So, everyone's got to do what they got to do, but I really suggest skipping the weighing every day. Also, just because the scale is not moving doesn't mean that things aren't still progressing. I know you've all heard it, but it's true. Is your clothing fitting differently? Are your measurements changing? Are you measuring? Because that's a big one. The inches add up, and it is like freaky amazing sometimes. And even when the scale has stopped, your measurements may still be dropping because your entire body is changing and fluctuating, and things are being redistributed. So, you got to keep in mind that there are other things that are being affected other than just the scale. So, are your clothes fitting differently? Are your measurements going down? How are you feeling? Are you feeling better? Are you having more energy? These are all good signs. But the fact of the matter is that we do get discouraged when that scale just stops. So, first thing is that sometimes it actually can be something that's going to take a little further input. So, communicate with your doctor. Make sure that if you've hit a stall and it's lasting more than a few weeks, that you talk to them. Because a lot of things could be affecting that. Your metabolism is definitely a big one, but hormone fluctuations, which can also be affected by issues with your gallbladder. And a lot of people who've been through weight loss surgery do end up having gallbladder issues or needing to have their gallbladder removed, having gallstones. So things like that and fluctuations in your hormones, things along those lines can definitely affect whether or not you stall. So if you're noticing that, or if there are other things going on physically, definitely talk to your doctor, your surgeon, your primary care, whoever, and let's make sure that there's nothing else going on. But stalls happen. A lot of times people stall pretty early out, but definitely the further out you get, the more likely you are to hit a stall. I've slowed down tremendously, but I am still averaging a pound a week. So, and I'm 9 months out right now. So, I'm not concerned. I've never gotten too freaked out about a stall, but at the same time, I think my longest stall was 3 to 4 weeks. But there's a lot we can do here to get things moving again. But you need to kind of look at the whole picture. Like, are you journaling? Are you writing down what you eat, how you're feeling, or tracking it in MyFitnessPal or another app that can kind of keep track of things, because especially as you get farther out, like, you may just take like, oh, I'll have a little bite of this, or, well, there's hardly any calories or carbs in this, so I'm just going to have a small dash of that. But those can really add up throughout your day. So, and if you're getting an extra 100 to 200 calories every day just from grazing or having bites here and there, you're looking at 700 to 1,400 extra calories every single week that you aren't tracking. And obviously that can affect things. Are you still moving? Are you exercising on the regular? Because if you're dropping back in your exercise, that's going to affect things too. Are you tracking your macros? Do you know how much protein, how many carbs, how many calories you're getting in on a daily basis? That's important because, while overall, the simple explanation is that you need a deficit of calories in order to burn fat or lose weight, it's more complicated than that. If you're exercising pretty well, you've got to have healthy carbs to energize that. So you really need to kind of be paying attention to that. And know that weight loss is not just a straight line, downhill. It's going to be like this. So you want to, track it over time. And that also helps you to know, like, okay, so when I maybe gain a couple pounds back or when I stop losing, what's going on? What's different there? Is my energy level down? Am I not eating healthy carbs? Am I not getting enough protein? Maybe even the difference between, are you, having proteins from meat or plant-based protein? Because if you use both and you change that up, it could actually change, your metabolism. Your body may process it different. There's no sure answer because we all are different. But you can do certain things that will help. Basically, mixing it up is a good start. Change the exercise you're doing. Add, time to your workouts. Work out just a little bit longer and burn those extra calories. But one of the biggest things I suggest is taking your calories up to maintenance. Like if you're at 800 to 1,000, not if you're still at like 600 to 800 calories, then, maybe up it or drop it by 100 calories for a few days and see if that helps. But, if you're around 1,000 calories a day, go ahead and up that to maintenance. Take in 1,200 calories a day for, 3 weeks up to, a week and a half, and then drop back down to where you were. Sometimes your body has adjusted and just needs that jump start to kind of throw it into shock and get it moving again. So that's a good way that allows you to do something healthy that isn't going to hurt you, but might jumpstart your body into moving again. And you just have to accept that as you move further along, things are going to slow down. So you're going to have to work even harder. I know it's tough. First step is being honest with yourself. Are you doing everything you can do? Are you communicating with your doctor? And if your doctor is not communicating with you, talk to another doctor. You've got to be able to see if it is something in your diet, in your exercise, or if there's a bigger problem. And if your doctor's not communicating with you, it's time to find a new doctor. Because, the frustration from it can be overwhelming, and you certainly don't want to get stuck, and that just, it leads into other things. It's easy to get yourself into a depression over it, and that's definitely the last thing we want. You got to stay in a positive mindset and really make sure you're being honest with yourself, you're keeping on track, you're writing things down or entering them in your app, and just try switching it up. So I'd love to hear what your ideas are. Have you hit a stall? What did you do to start moving again? And let's really get in on the comments on this one and share what's worked for us, because we all go through it. So I hope that, even though it's kind of basic, I hope that it helped just to kind of go through these things really quickly. And I really appreciate you stopping by. Make sure that you hit that alarm button for notifications on when a new video comes out. And I will talk to you all on Friday with my personal update. Keep going. You've got this. And let's get the conversation going and help one another out on this one, all right? Thanks so much. Take care.